Hey guys, welcome to another episode. Right, today I've got to finish off the rib stiffeners that I didn't get to last time, and then I'm going to cut the hole out to put the new steel in the starboard side. Alright, I'll get on with it. I think I might stop welding with them. They're stainless steel rods. I didn't realise. I thought it said satin craft, but it's stain craft. Look at that beautiful weld I did with the stainless steel rod. Nice and shiny. Okay, so these are the bottom part of the stiffeners, and the main stringer comes down here like this and goes all the way along from front to back. So what I've done, I've cut some limber holes in here, and I've had to weld right around the very end just to seal that bit, because there's going to be a lot of paint and so on and so forth come up through here, and I just want to make sure that I get it 100% sealed. Okay, so I've just marked all that out on the starboard side. It's not as big a sheet this time. There's really only just a bit of pitting in this area that I've had to come up a bit higher. So I'll just go through with the oxy now. I'll just give that a cut. I'll just mark the stringers out first before I do that. I'll give that a cut, and then I'll come along and neaten it all up with the plasma. I'm just using a grinding disc to radius these corners out. I don't have to do this, but if I was to make that a square joint, I'd have to weld up to it, and then I'd have to grind both sides out and blend the weld in, and then re-weld over the top, just to make sure that I didn't crack out. And then once I've done it that way, then bring it in this way and do exactly the same thing. So by doing that radius corner, I can just continually go around the corner with the welder. I don't have to stop, no messing around. I do still have to back grind the other side, but yeah, not as bad. Alright, plasma time. Okay, so what I've done here, I've just marked out the plate, and I'm going to lift it off onto the ground. But before I do that, I've just got to weld some lifting lugs on there so that I can use the chains. I don't know if the crane's got enough reach, but I guess we'll find out. One thing I don't miss about this trade is standing on a piece of hot steel in the middle of summer. Now this won't lift up very straight because I've put those lugs in a position, it should go pretty close, but I've put the lugs in a position to move the sheet inside and not lift this off the trailer, because I don't want to put too many weld marks on the plate that are unnecessary if I can help it. Now, I don't have a leg out, but I have lifted a ton off this trailer with this crane before, so we'll see what happens. It should do me very nicely. Perfect. What I do need to do is go and buy myself a tiny little ruler so that I can set this gap up better. I don't like my chances much of doing this, but we'll see how we go. So I've marked our line 25mm up from the bottom of the keel. I don't know if I showed you the detail in a previous video as to what I did with this. And basically put that there like that, put a weld on it, and then when the plate comes in it rests on that. Oh, fuck. This is where you put a screen detector on your phone. I was doing it with chain blocks. Yeah, if you want to help me do that, that'll be fine. Okay. Just move this out of the way. Lovely. Hey? That's where I want it. Thanks, matey. I'll see you. What I need to do is take that line out, because that's about probably a thickness of a chalk, like the tip of the chalk. So what that'll mean is when I butt this back up, and I didn't show this on the last time, when I butt this back up, you'll have a bit of a gap, which will be a penetration gap. So basically I'll just be able to go along nice and easily weld it, come back the back side, back gouge it, and put a cap over the top. Alright, we'll just set this up for cutting. Where's my torch? Myself comfortable. Okay, so I've just got to apologise. I've been snookered a bit today. I left the memory card at home, so I've been primarily using this main camera, and my microphones are all flat now. So just got to bear with me. Alrighty, so I just lifted that up in place, as you saw. Now, I'm just going to put some tacks on it just to hold it in place. Fuck this gap up. So it's not as nice as I would like. But anyway, it is what it is. Alright guys, that's it for another episode. It was 38 degrees here today and man did I feel every bit of it. I was laying up against that steel and the sun was beating down on it. I'll tell you what, it felt like a furnace. Alright, so the plan from here is to put some braces in on that front wall. I need to pull the stand out underneath the bulkhead and move it back about probably 500 millimeters or something like that, just so I can get started on the front section. There's not much to do in there. It's really just concentrated that bit around the front, like just underneath the bulkhead wall. So, well, I hope there's not much to do in there. I did think that about this too, but this has actually turned out quite well and it looks quite good. So, extremely happy. A lot of welding to go yet, but that's just time. All right, until next week, stay safe and do what you do best. Cheers.